raining tacos from out of the sky. Tacos, no need to ask why. Just open your mouth and close your eyes. It's raining tacos.
All right, welcome to week 10 of the Tonto's Demise podcast. Is it 10 or 11?
11.
Week 11, I think you are correct, sir. Week 11 of the Tonto's Demise podcast. I'm Detonator's Tonto Bull 6 champ, sitting here with...
Matt Detling, Tonto Bull 1 and 3 champ. And it is week 11.
It is week 11. You know, I might have confused which week it was because you pretty much broke the league this week. I've heard of people breaking the internet. You broke the league this week.
I did
You and Gags.
nothing of the sort.
I mean, we might not have a league after that trade. I don't know.
Well, you can...
Up is down, down is up.
Or in the upside down.
Yes, we're in the upside down.
or we can talk about during trade time, Brad.
We will. And so tell everybody, you just told me about why you played Taco Song.
Obviously, the song has no meaning towards the league. And to be honest, I was just on the phone and thinking we need a song for the beginning of the podcast. And then I was just wondering to myself, man, tacos would be nice. Tacos would be nice, right? I could go for a taco. And I said, why not just type in taco song? And I did, and that was the song I found and loved. And I was like, this is going to be it. This is the taco song. So, and I advise you to listen to the rest of it because it is quite catchy.
And I have to tell you that he is not stoned because I thought, only a stoner would go to YouTube and look up Taco Song.
It's true.
Were you hungry?
I'm always hungry.
Yeah.
But I mean, I have that permastone sort of thing in my head, like from doing it so much.
Yeah.
And I did a lot, and I'm not gonna lie, I could definitely go for doing it again, and have some tacos.
And you could listen to that song.
I would definitely listen to that song while eating tacos and singing it. Go to Taco Bell, buy like 12 soft shell tacos.
And if I was with you, I would definitely record that.
Oh, I wouldn't mind at all. I'd be super happy.
All right, it's a date. All right, Detling. Let's jump right into some unfinished business.
Oh, you're going to do the thing. Unfinished business.
I am. I mean,
okay.
The league is broke. I feel like we're just going through the motions now. It's a broken league. Unfinished business. There you go.
There you go. Satisfy everyone.
All right. So,
Snickers.
what unfinished business do you have this week? Because I've got a couple things.
What unfinished business do I have? Well, I mean, I don't think. Do I have anything? I don't think I do.
I usually think of your unfinished business for you.
Go ahead. I have one thing here. Like, going back towards. Did Craig Kubicek lose this week?
Yeah. Yes, he did.
Okay. Then yes, I do have something for him. This is a poem for Craig Kubicek.
Wow. Did you write this?
I'm not going to tell you.
Okay.
And it's called In Fantasy.
Oh, nice.
And this is regarding his quarterback selection,
Okay.
Brock Osweiler. So the poem goes a little bit like this. In fantasy, that's the problem. You're living in a fantasy. That involves him being more than he actually is. You're in love with a dream that will never become a reality because he refuses to be the man you deserve.
Wow.
Craig Kubicek, that is for you and Brock Osweiler.
That's profound.
Yes, because who in their right mind would ever start Brock Osweiler? When you got somebody like Casey Keenum on the bench, anybody's better than Brock Osweiler.
I mean, the only person I can think of is Josh.
Well, I don't know. Did he start Brock Osweiler?
Not this year, but in the past he has. In the past, he's had a love affair with Blake and Brock.
Sounds like some
Soap opera?
some preppy gay threesome. It was me, Blake, and Brock.
But as Craig said, he expected a lot more out of him, didn't get it, so that poem is perfect.
Well, I understand because it was New England.
Yeah.
But this is a different New England defense now.
I know, and I actually warned him because I tried the same thing with Rivers. I thought, sure, Rivers is going to get me at least 40, 50 points. Mm-hmm. Even if they lose, he's going to have a bunch of completions. Yep. Didn't happen. So
Belichick has figured it out.
Yeah. So I will not start quarterbacks against New England, at least for the time being. But yeah, I forget what else I was going to say about that. Craig said that Even if he had played another quarterback, he wouldn't have won because Robert Woods got 40 points. Like, that's ridiculous. Robert Woods 40 points. That's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, but he's done it something close like that earlier in the year.
Josh texted me, said he actually felt bad that Robert Woods scored 40 points on Craig. I'm like, don't feel bad.
Do not feel bad because I will say this. I do not want Craig Kubicek in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Do not.
Yeah.
I repeat, do not. Everybody, please beat him.
Right. And everybody's doing a pretty good job.
Yeah. But look at his team. It's a quality team, minus the quarterback. It's built for the playoffs, minus the quarterback.
Yep, and he still has a window of opportunity, which I didn't think he would. But I listened to part of his video this week. I listened to the beginning and the end. I didn't have enough time to listen in between.
You look like you're doing Indiana Jones too. You look like you're reaching in to grab into my heart and like rip it out of my chest right there. Is what you're doing.
No, I'm not. That's what you did to the league this week.
Yeah, get off your high horse.
We'll get to that in a minute. I'm losing my train of thought again. What we saw. So yeah, Craig with 7 losses now, or 6 losses.
7.
Is it 7? Yeah, 3 and 7. I thought that would have been enough to eliminate him, but as he pointed out in his podcast, in his video, there will more than likely be a 6 and 7 playoff team this year, and who knows who it's going to be. But there's a chance it could be him. So let's get him one more loss.
Might not even be 6 and 7. It might be 5 and 8.
That's crazy. That's like, what was it, a few years ago? The Seahawks made the playoffs.
I was just going to say, it would be terrible.
7 and 9?
Yeah, if one of us are in the playoffs and we have to play a 5 and 8 or 6 and 7 team and get beat, it's just going to be called like you Marshawn Lynch dust.
Yes.
And you guys don't deserve to be here.
Right.
But for some reason you are.
You have to be. Yeah.
Yeah, and like that's what I look at the rosters and I know Craig's like, oh, the parity, like there's what 4, 3 and 17, 74 and 6. If you make it in with that, if you're a 5 and 8 team, I'm sorry, you guys are trash. I don't care if you beat me, you're still trash.
Yeah.
I think you shouldn't even play.
Just bench all your players.
Just be like, I don't deserve to be in the playoffs. I'm gonna let the true better team win.
Yeah, 6 and 7, I get. 5 and 8.
I'll be all right with 6 and 7. I won't be happy about it.
No way. That would be, and if it happens that there would be a 5 and 8 team, which I don't think will, but it's possible. Mm-hmm. It'll be the one and only time in, let's say, like 50 years.
50 years?
At least. So yeah.
This isn't really unfinished business, but I wanted to play this little snippet for you. If anybody knows about, I know everybody's in podcasts, like Justin and Craig and Kevin and everybody does a lot of podcasts. And hate to throw another one your way if you haven't already listened to it. Probably not because it has no fantasy football implications.
Yeah.
But this is the Pat McAfee show, the punter for the ex-punter for the Colts.
Is that the name of it?
Yeah, the Pat McAfee show.
Okay.
And it's a podcast, but what I always tell stories about like the casino business and like how people are crazy and like I know like I don't know if you guys believe me or whatever, like how crazy people are, how little the things that I see inside the casino are just like so unbelievable, or like it has changed my opinions or the way I judge people.
Wow.
And it's like people are thinking it's like cut and dry, but no, it's just like it's just unbelievable.
You see the worst of humanity.
I see the worst of humanity. It's true. Yeah. I do. And besides like murder.
Yeah.
But I mean, like as far as like what money does to people or when they think they have power.
Right.
But this is like a little snippet. He's talking to Pat McAfee's talking to this baseball player, Tucker Burkhart, and he's like Barnhart, sorry. Okay. He's the catcher for the Reds. I don't know if he's the backup or what, but he just talks about how he was there in Pittsburgh one time and about this one guy. So I want to play this for you, and I'll talk a little bit afterwards. Okay. So here it is, the Pat McAfee show.
I'm upset when I'm walking out of there. Can't believe yes.
Expected to win.
Yeah, I'm an optimist. I think I'm going into that automated machine casino, and I'm taking every fucking dollar out of there.
Everyone. I love it.
Do you gamble at all?
I do.
What do you play?
Poker and blackjack. One of my teammates, Drew Storen,
he's from Indiana too, right? You and him are both from the same town.
We went to high school together. He tries to sell me on roulette, and I think roulette is the most bullshit game in the casino.
I agree with that.
I hate it. And he's
casino war is the worst. I've lost a lot of money in that game. A lot of money because ties are a loss.
I refuse to play anything but poker and blackjack. But when I go and play, like I sat down and played roulette, I was hooked for just about probably an hour because I won the first time. I hit I didn't hit a number.
Everybody's first time.
I hit like the second set of numbers. I hit like black and odd, and I was like, oh,
I'll tell you what,
I'll get you on a
craps table. I'll
I
get you on
never
a
played craps.
I'll get you on a craps table and you'll love it.
We were in Pittsburgh. This is a funny story.
Okay.
We were in Pittsburgh,
All right.
and this guy
Is this on a road trip?
It's on a road trip.
Because you guys are living in towns for like 3 days.
3 or 4 days. Yeah,
You're
usually.
living
It's very rare that we're in there for two days.
So you're in Pittsburgh.
We're in Pittsburgh. We're playing blackjack. This was in the time span that I was at this casino. I was with a couple other guys. We got there. We got there the night before an off day. So we went to dinner, show dinner, straight to the casino.
Here we go. We're coming into your town. We're going to beat you in baseball and take all of your money
Take
out of the
all your
casino.
monies.
Yep.
So we go to the casino, sit there until about 3 a.m.
Oh, I like
Go
that.
back to the hotel, nap, not sleep.
Yeah.
Got back up, breakfast at the casino.
Yeah.
Sat there until about 5 p.m. the next day.
Yeah.
But this guy the night before was playing
I
craps.
just want to let you know, like, there's commercials for guys like you that are like, if you're addicted, you should call this
but I
number.
don't call it
Yeah,
addiction.
but you took a nap, like 3 a.m., then you took a nap, and then you
Nap.
went right back in.
Yeah.
And Pittsburgh isn't like Las Vegas. There's only one casino.
That's
You got
fair.
to
That's
go
fair.
to.
That's fair.
So, but
That's
I just
fair.
want to let you know, just
But
as
thank you,
friend to
thank you,
friend
thank
here,
you,
peer to
thank you.
peer, I think it's something to think
I
about. Anyway,
appreciate
so
that.
you go back into the casino.
Go back to the casino.
Yeah, of course.
But the night before, this guy rolls in, elbow brace, locked brace,
Wow.
like just had Tommy John.
Yep.
For his dice throwing.
Yep, he's got a fucking system.
It got a system. Supposedly, and they tried to. So this had happened before that this guy just cleans them out. And so obviously this casino was on to him or thought he had something going, but he was in this lock brace, knee brace, elbow brace. They ended up.
Is this all for craps or just from his regular life?
I don't know.
Like, what does this fucking
The
guy do in
elbow-
regular life?
No idea. But the elbow brace had to be for the dice.
Yeah, it sounds
was
like
on
a
his
Rookie of the
throwing
Year
arm.
thing.
On his throwing arm. Yes.
Like
Love
Rookie of the Year.
Love it.
Another
Rowan
baseball.
Gardner, Ravin Boozer.
Yeah,
Put him in.
Garden Hoser.
Garden Hoser.
Yeah.
So
So many
this
baseball
guy,
things. I'm
you're
incredible.
in. You told me you didn't know anything about baseball, but you know baseball movies. So
Henry Rowan Gardner
We're on the
builds
right
that
track.
boat. His friends get pissed off. It's unbelievable. All right. Anyway, so the guy's got
So
a
this
rigged
guy
elbow. Mm-hmm.
Got a rigged elbow. Long story short, the casino thinks he's doing something. They kick him out, and he's screaming at the pit bosses. I'm calling the news. I'm calling the news. I'm going to get an interview in front of the craps table. I'm going to tell you how you're kicking these guys out just because I'm winning, and this
Okay.
and that and the other. Gets the news on speakerphone and is just like walking around to all of us asking, "Hey, you want to talk to the news?"
Is
Are
it
they
6
screwing you?"
a.m.?
This isn't about 6 a.m. This is, I would say, it happened around midnight, and he was threatening to stay there until the news came the next morning. So,
Yikes!
interesting.
This is a
aggressive,
situation
extremely aggressive. But the best part about it, and I drink Red Bull like it's water,
for sure.
but not like this guy.
No free ads.
But but not like this guy. Cooler, 6-pack of Red Bull on one side,
Yeah.
6-pack of Red Bull on another, with like beers mixed in. So
Yep.
he was all in.
This guy has a potion. It's the elbow brace,
elbow brace, Red Bull
Bull and beer, and he's going. Did he have any clue that he was playing with Reds?
We weren't playing with him. We were just sitting we were in the high limit room next to.
Did he have
Playing
any
black-
clue though that Cincinnati Reds players were just
I
sitting
don't
in?
think so.
No, like he was trying to quote Cincinnati Reds for the news, and he had no idea.
Yeah, and he didn't have any idea.
He gets on the news though if he leads off with, "I'm here with the
100%.
Cincinnati Reds,"
100%.
and not only are they fucking the Reds here at the casino, they're fucking me too. And my name's John. They call me John. They call me Tommy John here at this fucking place, and that's he gets on the news with that.
100%. No, it was a good story.
Favorite city to play in?
Favorite city
other
to
than
play in.
Cincinnati, because you live in these.
Okay, so that's the story. So like I have said before about this particular person, like all the casino dealers, all the pit bosses know who this guy is. I've said online, I talked about how this guy has been thrown out of the casino for like a 24-hour period, a 1-month period, 2-month period. And like, I'm not going to give his name because like I'd probably get fired for it. So I'm not going to reveal who it is. I probably have actually before. But so he's also like I told you about Heath. Somebody is this type of guy when he's playing craps. If somebody sneezes next to him, he blames them for like $100,000 loss. And like I said, an old lady was walking by and he didn't like it, so he threw the dice at her. And then
That's crazy.
Yeah, and he like threw dice at another person that day, so he got thrown out for.
He's a high roller.
He is a high roller, but he's also, to be honest, he is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
This guy made a lot of his money by by basically scamming old people out of what he does for his living. I'd be more than happy to say what he does for a living, like online app or something. But like I said, I don't know how this ever could, but if it could be heard, something like that, if I was to disparage my casino, they would try to fire me. But yeah, this guy, like, honestly,
3 braces, is that for real?
that's for real. This guy, I'm telling you, this guy is a piece of work. Like I don't even know how to, I can't even describe it like outing him. but he just does so many things. You're just like, I can't believe this person exists in life, and that he plays like they let him play. Like he has done so many things where he's just a terrible person. They let him in only because he still has money, and he's
Oh
he's
yeah,
a millionaire
'cause-
easily,
Right.
But it's not like he earned it.
Right.
And and like what he says in that thing, like he's supposedly like cleaned this out. He's cleaned this out for like 500,000 before.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But at the same time, he'll go back and lose like 100, 200,000.
Yep.
But that particular night, it was funny what he thought. He did not know that those were the Cincinnati Reds that were at that table, because like baseball players will come in the this is in the high limit room. They will come in, they will surround like a blackjack table. I've dealt with like Yasiel Puig,
Yep.
a lot of Cubs, a lot of Reds, Pujols.
Yep.
All those people. But like I said, I tell stories like T.Y. Hilton.
Yep.
Like athletes come in, they go to the high limit
Right.
room.
They're like you said, they're there for a few days, especially baseball.
Right,
You know,
right.
it's close to the stadium.
Exactly. So they just come in and play.
Yeah.
But it's just funny because he didn't know. He was going up to like these people, like these Cincinnati Reds. You want to talk to the news? Talk to the news. Help me out. Talk to the news. And these guys are screwed, man. It's funny because I've been there not for that particular story, but I've been there for moments with that guy
Doing stuff like
doing
that.
stuff like that, completely like that. And like he will, if a dealer on the craps table does something to tick him off, he say, I don't want that person to deal to me ever again. And they will kick him off. They will not deal on that table again. And I was like, if I was ever a craps dealer, I would do something deliberately to get off that table because I would not want to deal with them. Because I would end up saying, you're a piece of.
Is he there a lot?
He was,
Okay.
but I haven't seen him for a while. And I think they kicked him out that
I have
night.
to kind of come down and see if I can find him.
Yeah. Oh no. I can tell you. Like, I know his system. I know what it is. And one of the main things that happens is he gets yelled at because he doesn't hit the back wall with the dice, and that is a strict rule. And that is one of the things that he tries not to do, because basically he gets the dice and the number combination that he wants, and he doesn't do like a real wild motion. He just kind of does like if you picture like a
light
pendulum,
toss.
a pendulum
Okay,
toss.
okay.
And he has the dice like that real tight, and he tosses it, but he wants it to where either it doesn't hit the wall or it just lightly taps the wall and rolls
Back.
what doesn't even do like a roll, just falls down, and then has that number that he wants. Like that's what the guy supposedly has like a craps table in his basement.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
If you're gonna play like especially big money, might as well like practice.
Right. Oh, yeah. But like I said, he's been kicked out of several casinos, and the Rivers is one of them. He probably will be back because they don't really cater. They cater to the big
cater
way.
to the rich.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it's just insane. I can't even. Like I would love to. I could sit down and tell you everything about this guy and other people because it is wild.
That's crazy.
And I deal with stuff like that at blackjack, but not to that degree where he's screamed at the Reds. Any more? No. But that's the Pat McAfee show, and I've heard he's pretty funny, and I always know he's like a funny guy, like on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Like he posted that picture of Antonio Brown face kicking a Cleveland Brown guy.
Oh, nice.
And the next weekend they were going to play him, and he's like, "Please don't do this to me."
Yeah, he is funny. I've heard him on Madden, local talk show of DV. Yeah, I might check it out.
Yeah, like they're actually. I mean, some of the shows are long, but
Yeah.
like an hour to 2 hours. But if you're looking to kill some time, see if you like
Yep.
it, try it.
Cool. All right, I got a little bit unfinished business. This is actually finished business / kind of unfinished business that I know the league hates, except for me and Jay. We texted earlier today. We are officially going to split the money. We're both $30 richer, and like Jet said on the lineup, this probably is the third time that we've split since he's been in the league, and he's been in the league like about a decade, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe 11 years now. So we're doing pretty good. 3 out of 11 years splitting. I know the league hates it, but hey, that's half. Hey, that's my buy-in right there, pretty much. I just need $15 more.
3 out of 11 years and only one championship between two of you.
Well, I've been 14.
That's worse.
Yeah,
You
I know. I know. We also texted tonight, and we said if it should happen that we get down to me and Jay in Tonto Bowl 15, we're just gonna split.
What? Are you serious?
No,
Oh my gosh.
I just wanted to get your reaction. Although I said, wouldn't it be hilarious if we did? Like, it would infuriate the league. Like, Tonto Bowl 15 was a tie because we both didn't play any of our starters.
That's right.
It was a 0-0 tie.
Oh, that'd be so wrong.
I would never do that.
Yeah.
But that brings me into my big unfinished business of the week, and of course it deals with you and Gags and
Well, is this
Kabisic.
like a trade time sort of thing? Or?
No, this is unfinished business. You'll see why.
Okay.
It might as well like lead into trade time. So Craig said, and we'll go into Trade Time next. Craig said in his video that in the beginning of the video, he said that, he didn't have a problem with it other than the fact that it hurts his chances to make the playoffs. And like the next breath, he said that Gags didn't give up on his team. And I couldn't disagree more with that statement. I know that the trade was done and it was legal. You're not breaking any rules, but in my opinion, when you give up your tight end 1 and a wide receiver 1 because
Not a wide receiver 1.
Beckham Jr. is down, when you give up a wide receiver 1 and a tight end 1 and you get a tight end 3 or 4 back and nothing else, that's giving up on your team. You're not tight end 2, sure. You're giving up on your team. You are no longer trying to win Tonto Bowl 15. If you were, you wouldn't have made that trade. And I'm not faulting Gags for that. I mean, I guess I kind of am but I'm more like upset that Craig thinks it's okay. Like, in my opinion, it's not okay because it's.
This is from what the weekend review.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you can keep on going.
This is why I have a problem with it. It's not illegal, however. I don't think that you or Gags lack integrity as people, but it ruins the integrity of the season. Not the entire league, but of the season. And let me explain why. Everyone is trying to make it to the playoffs, well, except for like the top 4. We're already in. But the bottom 7, they're still fighting to make it in. And everything depends on what, certain outcomes happening this way or that. When you more or less throw up your hands and be like, I'm going to play for the next year, I'm giving up a lot of my big studs, you're no longer trying to make it into the playoffs, which then in turn affects other players and other teams because the outcome could very well be different if you kept the starters that you had. So I think it ruins the integrity of the season, and that's why I really think we need to roll back the trade deadline or find a way to not entice teams to trade away for the future. So that's my piece. But I'm with Bigler though. Like, I don't dislike you or Gags because you did it. I mean, hey, you're trying to benefit your own teams. Mm-hmm. I just don't like how it affects this season. It kind of it almost reroutes the way the season could have gone or maybe should have gone. That's all. I think.
Isn't that what fantasy football is all about, Brian? Rerouting.
Yeah, sure, but this league is built on always giving it your best no matter how much you're out, And giving it your best isn't trading away players for nothing in return or players for the future. Because it's like you're kind of waving the white flag for this season. Not you, but Gags. Like I say, I'm not losing respect for your Gags. I just think it changes the course of this season, and I feel bad for the teams that are below us because they might have gotten in otherwise. If Gags wins a game here or whatever, it might get somebody else into the playoffs, but now they won't get in. And I'm not going to do the math to figure out what would have happened.
Or Josh or Craig probably would.
I know.
Well, here's my answers to that.
Sure.
First of all, the thing with Craig, he said about how Craig was saying, what was he saying? About how he doesn't not hate it. He just understands it.
He understands it, but he doesn't like it because it could affect him personally, his team.
Right. But at the end of that review thing, he did say something about, I know he's trying to say how people were trying to do better.
Right.
But I felt like that was backhanded.
What was he saying?
I can't remember exactly what he was saying at the end, but he was trying to say about how the season goes on and teams are trying to do better for themselves.
Right.
And, I don't blame you, but this is what could happen. But at the end of that thing, he said, I forget what it was, but I just know that I was like, that's totally Craig Kubicek because he's trying to make it look like he isn't hating on me, but he is hating on me. And me and Gags.
Yeah.
Now.
And I am hating on you guys as fantasy managers. Not as people, but as fantasy managers. Whoa. And I think you're right. I did hear the end of it, and he was talking about how teams go till the end. They give it their all. They don't phone it in. If you're a 1-10 team, you still put in your best lineup.
Right, he was clearly talking to Gags.
Yeah.
Trying to say, that's allowed. But then at the same time, he's saying, but you're a jerk. for doing it.
Yeah.
Now the other thing is,
Which is hilarious because like Bigler is like on the opposite end of the spectrum, and he speaks his mind clearly with as much profane language as possible.
yes,
Yeah.
which I respect more.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't like backhanded. Like, just tell me what you feel.
Yeah.
And we got little Nola here. Now you're also questioning. I believe you said integrity.
Yes. The integrity
Integrity
of the not the league, of the season.
Okay. Well, when you're saying that to me, Brian, I'm looking at you and I'm thinking that's the pot calling the kettle black.
Go on.
Because the one thing I'm going to say to you, Brian, the knockout means knockout. You take the integrity of the knockout season and you ruin it. You just ruin it because everybody's like, we want to see these two people fight out for the $60. But no, you and Jay are both like, oh, we're just going to split and be ho-hum. Well, I think that's wrong. I think the integrity of the league is in question when you do that as well.
I will. Yeah, the integrity of the knockout pool is in question when we do that.
Yes.
I
And it's been
completely.
3 times.
Yeah, and I completely agree with that.
And not once have you guys said, well, maybe we should battle it out and see who's the real one, who's the real winner, who has the best team. No, because you guys are sitting in your hot tub clinking your champagne glass.
You got it.
We got one more free year, which is pathetic.
It is.
Pathetic.
Now let me ask you a question. Do you think these two scenarios are on the same level?
I do.
Oh, you're crazy. You're absolutely crazy.
Seriously, I do.
What Jay and I are doing is not changing the course of a season. We are just, leaving some money on the table for each other.
You're making everybody hate you.
Oh, that's fine. I have no problem with that.
See, I have no problem with that either.
But then you have to admit that it does damage the integrity of the season.
I will not admit that.
It does.
Also, here's what I'll say. Brian.
Oh, the first name. I love it.
Yes. As far as like integrity
Yes,
goes,
Matthew Todd.
okay. Let's talk about the league. Oh, you're ruining the league, the integrity of the league,
no,
and how
yeah.
what we stand
Of the season,
for,
of the
and how we
season.
go all year and da da da. Well, okay, guys, I'm gonna rewind you guys. First 2 out of 3 years, I won the championship. Guess what you guys did? Oh, we got to change the rules. We got to make it so the running backs don't get all their points. We're gonna make it so only one running back gets all their points because Detling just wins. He just wins like that. So now
I don't remember all of this,
yes,
but
this is what happened because I had Edgar and James, LaDainian Tomlinson, Tiki Barber, and I went to the championship. I won it, and I can't remember the other roster, but there was somewhere with Joe Horn when he scored 4 touchdowns and beat Bigler. I'm not saying anything, but it happened. Now, I'm saying Elmo. For forward like 10 years, all of a sudden you guys were like, "Whoa, our running backs got to get all their points." Oh, wham, wham, wham. Well, how are you gonna feel when something happens like okay, we passed this rule. We did pass it, right?
We did, yeah. Everybody's getting all the points.
Yeah, I don't agree with it.
I
Now-
thought you voted for it.
No, I did not.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Against it. And I said, pause.
Hold on. Trolls on for Nola.
I got trolls on for Nola, so if you hear that in the background, we're trying to satisfy her entertainment
We are
needs.
not watching Thursday Night Football with the Steelers.
We are not.
Yeah.
So, I'd rather watch the trolls anyway.
Yeah.
But no, what I was saying was about this rule. 10 years down the road, you guys now want all your points for your running backs.
I didn't.
I know. Well, I was against it. Bean, everybody else somehow got it voted in. Here's my point. Now, you guys want all these points. Here's what's going to happen. You guys are going to get some bum off the waiver wire like Andre Ellington.
Okay.
Somebody's going to lose because you got Andre Ellington. He had 7 catches for 70 yards. And then you guys are all going to be mad. Oh, well, why? Running backs is stupid. Why did this is going to get all their points and I lost because some guys going to get mad after a while. And you're going to do this all over again. It's just a repeating cycle. Broken record.
What do you think they're going to...
I am not done, Brian.
Yes.
We're going to talk about rules here.
Yeah.
Okay? That is the one rule that I don't like. And I'm just saying, so you guys screwed me over there. Integrity of the league. You can't have everything stay the same. It's got to be something different every fucking year. I hate it so much. I'm at the draft. Kevin Bean has to bring up 7 different rule changes. There is no integrity to the league because it's never the same. It's never the same. And I can't remember what other things you guys have tried to, you bastardize everything. Gosh, fractional points for kickers. Stupid. 5.3 yards could get a 53. You just have to have the 0.3.
Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous.
I want to have the true feeling of a kicker. What? I want those points. I don't
I'd
understand.
be happy if we didn't have kickers.
Well, I don't care about kickers, but I do want the kicker involved because Fine. I mean, I'd be happy we didn't have quarterback points, quarterback completion points. Now you guys want all your running back points for receptions. You want all your receiver points for receptions. Now we're gonna have like a 300-point game, and someone's gonna be like, "My team's the best." No, it's not.
Yeah, it's a different era.
Yeah, it's a different era. Yeah. And Craig talks about -3 on defense, and then somebody's like, "Well, the defense gets too many points." Well, and then I like the variety because that's a different aspect of the league. Because guess what? The defense could win you the game and the streaming and stuff like that.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you can go talk. I'll start thinking about more other things I hate about the league.
I was just gonna say. Well, you broke it anyway. I was just gonna say that I do agree that
It's already broken.
I do agree that we probably make too many rule changes. Although, actually, we do more talking about making rule changes than actually changing the rules. It maybe happens once every 3 years that we actually change something, but it is constantly
Being more consistent because we did it when Craig had the 105-degree heat wave draft.
That's true.
And then last year, bean talking, everybody made their choice where I'm sitting there eating salmon and ribs and gags, and I don't even know what's going on because we're so food coma. Until I realized, you got 5 new rules next year. I was like, wait, what?
I mean, I will say that you can look at it this way. Maybe the league just evolves.
Well, here's another thing about evolving. Fine, a league evolves. You guys make all your rule changes, but you're too much of little bitches to go up on the $5 raise. Hey, let's put in $5 more for the money or $5 more for the prize pool. No, we can't do that. But then all of a sudden, as far as then somebody, I mean, who made the suggestion? Craig? Oh, let's have a thing where like a money pot where $5 every year goes to into
back-to-back champs.
Yeah, like what is this, like free parking in Monopoly? You land on, you get everything. No, like a back-to-back champ. It's only happened twice?
Yeah,
and that's I know it's the whole thing. Whoa, they're having so rare. But when that person wins back-to-back championships, they deserve to get a shit ton of money.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
No, it's stupid. Every $5 more every year. I'd rather put the $5 for the champion every year for him to get. It makes him more feel better. What is it? Champion gets like $200. The second place guy gets $160.
It's not about the money.
It's not about the money.
It's not about the money. It's about the pride and having the title and bragging rights.
Oh, wouldn't you want to have the bragging rights, the knockout title, and your pride?
No.
See,
that doesn't bother me.
This is your backs. No, you're like an oxymoron.
It's not about the money, but yeah, I guess you got a point there.
Yeah, it's not about the Benjamins.
But it's not about the Benjamins. However, it is nice to play for free. All right. I mean,
you know how much money means to me, Brian, as far as the league goes. You know what I did with the second place money? I put it on black.
I know.
Las Vegas, and I promptly lost.
I remember.
And you know what would happen if I would have thought a little harder and said, I finished second place, maybe I should put it number 2? I would have won about $1,700. Because it landed on 2. And I remember thinking to myself, actually I bet on red because number 2 is black. So I remember thinking, gosh, if I would have done that, I would have loved being in second.
That would have been great.
So, and if I would have knockout money, probably would have done the same thing, ridiculous with it.
On it. Yeah.
I would have done something with it. It wouldn't matter to me.
All right, so I have a question for you. I feel like, getting back to the original topic, I feel like this is the new norm. I feel like if we don't change the trade deadline, come week 10, week 11, everybody is going to be just trying to make crazy trade offers to the worst teams for the next season. And I just ask you, are you okay with that?
I am okay with that.
I mean, even like let's just pretend like you weren't the one involved with this trade, and let's just say that like Kabisic or whoever just completely stacks their team to make it just like this mega monster team. You'd be okay with that?
I would be okay with that because you know why?
Yeah.
First of all, whose rule was it with the trading keepers?
Off season, me.
Off season, you?
Yeah.
Okay. Win season's just normal.
Yeah.
Well, I do what everybody else tries to do in the league, man.
Win,
and I exploit the rules.
and that's why it will be
Traded first round pick to 12th pick, so he could get a better pick.
Yeah.
Cost me AJ Green. I did not go on league and bitch and banter about it for 2 hours on the lineup saying how this is disgusting. I mean, I just ducked my head and I picked Doug Baldwin.
And I said like
and Justin didn't complain. Everybody else didn't really. But Justin was like, integrity league, Smeg integrity league. I'll take it. I'm getting AJ Green.
Oh yeah, he loved it.
So guess what? If I have like Aaron Rodgers next year, I'm gonna do the same thing.
Well,
12th round pick or 12th pick of the first round draft. I'm talking to you, man. You want the 7th pick? You got it.
and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with the off season stuff.
It's not off season. It's the draft.
Well, yeah, I know, but like I'm talking about when you're getting right up to playoffs and somebody just completely stacks their team. I can
So are
under-
you telling me my team is completely stacked?
No, I'm not. Like, your team is now more competitive.
Okay.
However, let's just say that the same thing happened to Josh's team, you know? And it doesn't matter which team it happens to for me. It's like it's the principle of it, that somebody can just go load up right before the playoffs. It reminds me of our baseball league where you can trade draft picks. If we're going to do this, we might as well start trading draft picks because I'll give up a first rounder for somebody's like best player. Let's do that. Let's just open it up completely, you know? If we're going to go this route, because I feel like until we change the trade deadline, people are just going to stack their teams right before the playoffs.
What's wrong with that?
Well,
Hold on. I mean, forget. I gave up something to get Travis Kelce.
what did you give
I
up?
gave up Dalvin Cook,
What did you give up for this season?
Safarian Jenkins.
How hard was that?
It was pretty hard.
You can say that with a straight face.
Jenkins won me like 3 games.
How hard was that knowing you were getting Kelsey back?
Not that hard.
I didn't think
I
so.
can't even lie about that because it's Kelsey.
Yeah,
But at the
exactly.
same
That's
time,
my
I
point.
think to myself, Safarian Jenkins is getting a ton of targets. He had like 9 targets the game
Yeah.
before. He's still a good tight end. It wasn't like I was rendering Gags completely helpless.
No, but it definitely diminishes his chances to win games
All right, well, why are you faulting Gags? Why are you gonna fault?
because he gave up on the season.
Yeah, but he's 3-7 or 2 and
He's
whatever.
he's still in the hunt. And let's
First
hey,
of all,
hold on.
You're 3-7 still being in the league and being that's bullshit.
We just said that a 6-7 team is going to win. Is going to be in the playoffs.
It doesn't matter. Your 3-7 teams are all bullshit.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
None of you should even consider yourselves worthy of the playoffs.
Hey, I'd have a bigger
Bottom feeders.
I'd have a bigger problem if he was 1-8 or 1-9. I'd have a bigger problem with it because he's given up even more.
Well, hey,
And I know he's out, but
I talked to other teams as they wanted Dalvin Cook, and everybody said no. I can't shift any of my other players because guess what? T.Y. Hilton has Jacoby Brissett. Jordy Nelson has freaking Brett Hundley. Doug Baldwin's the only one that's worthy of being played here.
hey,
Nobody wants Joe Mixon.
Right.
You wanted him, but
I did.
I didn't cash in on it. If I would have, I probably wouldn't have made this trade.
I'll say to you what I said to like what I texted you earlier. Gags, if he had won your matchup, this trade wouldn't have happened, right?
Well, I don't know. I'm not Gags.
Of course not. If he won last week and he's 4-6, he's like, I'm in this. I'm not going to trade anymore. So therefore, he lost, and he said, I'm giving up, and I'll play for next year. And you
no,
guys,
that's true.
hey, you guys are playing within the rules of the league.
We are.
and that's why we're Craig, Disco, me, like we're just saying, and Josh, we're just saying we don't like it. We understand you're not cheating. We just don't like it. So therefore, it's going to be my goal to change it.
Of course, it's going to be your goal to change it. And in response to that, my goal is that there will no longer be splitting in the knockouts.
Oh, I love it. Okay,
That's not
Hey,
fair to the people as well.
That's fine. You make that push, and you'll probably get that passed.
I probably will. And I'm also going to say that I believe Gags, if he was 4-6, he probably would have made his trade anyway. Still.
Okay, Gags, if you listen to this, which I'm sure you will, write in whether or not if you won against Detling, would you make the same exact trade at 4-6 that you did at 3-7? I'm just curious.
I believe he would because at the same time, there'd probably be a bunch of other people who are 4-6 as well. Gags I believe he has a low point total. I can't speak to it as far as what he has.
He's got a pretty good team though.
Yeah. Well,
Had a good team.
had a good team. Some things didn't go right. He made some other trades. I mean, he never made a bad trade like LaShawn McCoy for
I was waiting for it.
or whatever it was.
Chris Hogan.
Chris
At the
Hogan.
time, 5 touchdowns.
I mean, yeah, but it's LaShawn McCoy. And that was a bad trade, and I felt that jeopardized the integrity of the league as well.
no way. No
A
way.
top 5 draft pick for a guy that was hot for a few games. And
He
Drew
was-
Size took it.
Hey, he was Tom Brady's top target.
But is there ever a top target for Tom Brady? If it is, it's Gronkowski.
Yeah, you got a point there.
Would you admit that you were cashing in?
Oh,
on
absolutely.
Flash?
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, I said sell high, buy low. And I did that. I sold him high, and I bought McCoy low. He had no touchdowns.
Yeah, but everybody in this league knows what McCoy brings to the table.
Yeah, I agree.
Clearly, Tree Size did not.
He took a gamble. And who knows? If Hogan didn't get hurt, he might still be on a tear.
I don't think he would.
I think he'd still have a couple more touchdowns.
He would have a couple more touchdowns. But I don't think he'd be like what he was because Brandon Cook's got to come up somehow. Gronkowski.
Yeah.
All 3 freaking Rex Burkhead's back.
Yeah.
All 3 running backs. Sorry, it was just no. I disagree with the trade. So did Craig.
Hey, well, let's table this discussion. Not just because you're talking about that, but
Table, you're attacking me.
let's table the discussion till the Thanksgiving podcast.
Like an octopus, I'm going to spray my ink out.
I love it. Hey, I'm not attacking you. I'm just telling you my feelings.
You were saying the integrity of the league. You broke the league. Is what you said.
I did say that. I just said the integrity of the season.
That is a
Of the
blatant
season.
attack.
Yeah.
You will be hearing from my lawyers. They're from the NFL. I am from the Shield.
Oh, who's your lawyers? Like Bigler, Bean, and Bahork?
No, it's actually Prabhu Narahari.
Ooh, nice.
An actual lawyer.
He's harmless.
Do you know Prabhu?
Yeah, not well, but I know him well enough to know that he wouldn't attack me.
If I told him to attack, he would attack. He is a hyena. He will kill you.
All right, I'm gonna cut it there.
All right.
Off this trade for a little bit. I don't know if you've been watching the news lately. This is kind of hard for me to talk about, but have you been watching like all the big like Hollywood executives, all the politicians, like coming out with all these like stories about them attacking women and just
Attacking, like groping?
groping,
Like,
like
attacking?
sexually attacking.
Sexually assaulting?
Yeah.
I have seen some.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know. Today was Al Franken. You know, tomorrow who's it going to be? Like I saw Louis C.K. was one of them.
Louis C.K. did admit to.
Yeah.
It's all true.
Yeah.
I heard there's a photo of Al Franken. I have not seen it.
I haven't seen it either, but I've heard
It's
about it.
like, I guess you see him like grabbing the girl's butt or something. I'm not quite sure. Like I said, I haven't seen it. Hold on a second.
All right, so Bergen just informed us.
We were just informed of the photo and the creepiness factor of it.
Yeah.
And it was not the butt that he was grabbing, but the bosom.
The bosom.
The bosoms. And somewhere he's like, she was laying down and he was kind of like looking back at the camera creepily, which I hate to say, but I can totally see Al Franken do it.
I like Al Franken, though.
Well, listen, Al
he's
Franken
a
is a
funny guy.
he's a highly intelligent person,
Yes.
but it does not matter how highly intelligent you are, you can still be a pervert.
Oh, I completely agree with that. I mean, I was shocked about Kevin Spacey. You know,
I kind of wasn't shocked, but he just got the look of a creeper.
Yeah, and
Creeper.
I think it's funny that he came out of the closet when he was found out. You know, he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm gay. I need help."
Well, now you're thinking of like that movie American Beauty.
Yeah.
That he's in. It
Yeah.
makes, like,
Oh,
this
man.
whole different little weird type of sense.
I didn't even think about that
He
till
was
now.
playing
Yeah.
a straight guy, and
Going after the young girl,
the
right?
girl's going after him,
Oh, that's right. That's right.
and he didn't. He actually turned her down.
Yeah,
because he's gay.
the teenage. Right. Right.
I think we potentially.
Yeah, so the point is, Delling, just to kind of cut to the chase, like, everybody's coming out of the woodwork, and rightfully so, you know, blaming their, you know, the predators that they are, and gotta be serious for a minute, because this is hard for me to say, but I guess it was 2009, we were at Jimmy's place, and lights were out, and trying to go to sleep. I just felt this hand go up my leg. What? And
Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing.
I know, and it was pitch black. So I like slapped the hand away, and it came right back up. Kept touching, like, then I got to my butt. I'm like, stop it, whoever that is, because I knew Crystal wasn't there. And then the person got really close to me and got really close to my ear, and they said, "It's the wizard." And I said, "What?" He's like, "You know who it is." And I said, "This is completely uncalled for. Like, get away from me." He's like, "The wizard can do whatever he wants." And I said, I'm going to tell the rest of the league that you're sexually molesting or, harassing me. And he's like, who are they going to believe? A guy with 4 championships or a guy who just got his first one? And I was like, fine. And I was, until this moment right now, I didn't feel like I had the courage to, like, speak up that Craig Kubicek sexually assaulted me at Jimmy Huber's apartment. So,
Wow.
Craig, I think you should resign from assistant to the commissioner role.
All right. Well, I mean, clearly you are traumatized from this horrific moment.
Yeah, it was very horrific, not terrific.
Because you thought that Craig had 4 championships back in 2009.
Good point. That's a good
I'm
point.
not quite sure how many championships he had back then. It's either
Probably 2, yeah.
I think. But yes, you
might
blocked
be-
a lot out between there
I
and
did.
2017.
I tried to block it all out.
But it does. I mean, I could totally see. See, my bet would have been Kevin Bean, but I can also totally see Craig trying to use the wizard title
Yeah,
to enforce himself on you.
He said, when you're the wizard, you can do anything. They let you do anything.
Right, so he tried to grab you by the butt.
Yeah, and I stopped it there because it would have went further.
It probably would have in that dark place where everybody
Yeah.
was sleeping.
Sleeping on the floor, on the couch,
Yes, and nobody else was around you.
I mean, if they did, they just didn't say anything. Or maybe they were sleeping.
Clearly, you made a tactical mistake by picking to be near Craig. You should have definitely chosen better.
All right,
I apologize for your the therapy that you should have.
I know that's a. I mean, Craig can pay for that.
Craig can't pay for that. He works at Rizzo's.
Hey, I was obviously kidding, but
Are you?
I am. Am I?
Because I'd like
No.
to step forward at this moment.
Hold on. Let me just say that I am not like making light of like these actual sexual assaults by saying this. So it was just a joke, and I think that like people who are actually sexually assaulted, it's serious. So I was kidding, but I'm not making light of actual people who are sexually assaulted.
It's because you don't want to be Al Franken.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you don't want somebody to come up with a photo of you.
Yeah.
And the fact that you are a elementary school teacher.
All right, that could end your career.
That could, and it could be easily photoshopped.
Ooh, didn't even think about that. That's
so
scary.
By making light of Craig Kubisik could probably pay Jimmy a lot of money.
Oh yeah! Wow,
Apparently, he can afford therapy because
that would backfire. That would backfire quickly.
Definitely could backfire on you. So I would, maybe you should just bottle it all up inside and
Yeah. Well,
pretend like it didn't happen.
we'll just erase this clip.
Just erase this clip. Trade time, trading gas, excellent.
I think the police were chasing us there or something, like maybe in London.
Probably. It could be the Pinkertons.
It could be.
Could be trying to beat the crap out of me. Also, best album by Weezer.
Absolutely. All right, what do you got for? Well, first of all, you have something you want to share.
That was in regards to it afterwards, as far.
But let's just talk about the trade since we put it out. We've talked about it a lot already. But we've got Dalvin Cook and
Austin Safari Jenkins
for Travis Kelce
and Sterling Shepard.
Sterling Shepard. Okay. I think you win the trade this year. I think Gag wins the trade next year. Clearly.
Clearly.
I think that. I just want to hear your response about why Sterling Shepard isn't wide receiver one. Like wide receiver one for the Giants.
For the Giants, well, I believe it's a toss-up between him and Evan Engram as far as wide receiver one.
You've got them both.
I do have them both. Check me.
Did you trade? That's funny. Did you trade for him too?
Engram?
From Gags?
I did.
Okay.
I traded him Edelman.
Yeah, I
Like you
remember
said,
that.
Greg pointed out that he has two of my keepers,
Right.
which is funny because at the draft I thought to myself, Edelman's gonna be a great keeper, 15th round,
Yeah. Oh, that's a great
and
keeper.
also like what
15th round.
15? Well, he was hurt. He was hurt for the whole year,
yeah.
and the only reason I took him then, it was the 16th round that I took him.
So it'll be 15th round.
Yeah, is because I looked over and I remember last year Bigler took Bryant in the 16th round. And I remember thinking, gosh, that's such a great move. And I was like, I have to take him now. Like, why would I let him fall into somebody else's hands? Because which could happen, but you play that game.
Oh, yeah.
Like everybody did with like
can I
Josh
make it
Gordon.
one more round?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm getting some tapping here.
Whatever.
But yeah, I wanted him, and I just was like, I was thinking to myself, him and Cousins. But then I did not anticipate Dalvin Cook being so good. Like I said, oh, he's gonna be good, but I didn't think he was gonna be that good.
No, I know.
And to be honest, like if Bradford's there and spreads that whole offense out, dude, like Dalvin Cook is a monster.
Or even Teddy Bridgewater.
See, I disagree there. I don't know. I don't think Teddy Bridgewater is that good of a. I mean, he's a game manager,
Yeah.
but he doesn't strike fear in defenses like I think Sam Bradford does.
Yeah.
Because Bradford has that cannon arm, man. Like you saw him
yeah.
ridiculously just release all over. He blew it all over the New Orleans Saints. Like
True.
Stephon Diggs
True.
stealing. Everybody got pieces of
True.
action until his knee went bulky or whatever happened, which sucks.
Yeah.
Because I think that it would have been a completely different offense. Not to say that their offense isn't good. It is. But it would have been probably Cousins and not Cousins. It probably would have been Cook and Edelman. I probably would let go with Cousins, to be honest.
Well, what round would Cousins be?
I think it'd be 8th.
Yeah, I could see you giving him up. Yeah.
Yeah, and especially
Because Dalvin will be the second, right?
and that'll be the 15th. And I would think I could definitely get a quarterback that's I could probably even pick up Cousins again
Yeah,
if I wanted
maybe
to.
in the same round.
Yeah, well, I don't know about the same round. I think you guys might be coming on to learning that Cousins is pretty dang good. But like Craig said, it's either like 30 points or 50 something.
Right.
And I will take that every day as far as like a toss-up because you guys got your quarterbacks that are only 30 points, 20 30 points, rarely even get 40.
Right.
Like, you should have, like, somebody else, I think Big has Matt Stafford. I'm not saying Stafford's a bad quarterback, but there's a lot of times where you're just freaking frustrated with him.
Oh, yeah, he's only gotten 50 points maybe 2 or 3 times this year recently, but only 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. So, but it's just one of those things.
So, yeah, so who do you think won the trade?
I think it's the same.
Yeah.
I think it's a fair trade. I know you guys are all saying no,
Yeah.
but I think it is because
I think
I
it-
win this year.
Yeah.
Gags wins next year. And hey, even maybe if I want to, I could keep Kelsey. It'd be the second round pick.
Is that right?
Yeah, because he kept him in the third round. So
Okay, so you'd have him for one more year.
one more year. Yep. Well, yeah, one more year. If I really wanted to, I don't think I will.
Yeah.
Second round's a high price tag for Kelsey.
Yeah,
But hey,
I
I might have Josh's computer in front of me,
So funny.
and it might say Travis Kelsey, because Greg Olsen will be gone.
Well, this is the last thing I'll say about this trade, and I really mean it. I think that this trade will have a historical impact on our league.
Well, we all know I like to be part of history.
That's right. And so that's that. Anything else you want to say about that trade?
Yeah, I kind of want to
Oh yeah, you have something you wanted to share.
I wanted to share something. This is the point from this is points of you saying I broke the league, or Craig is.
I was being a little facetious
I don't
there.
think you were. I don't even know. I think you just wanted to use the word facetious.
I want to be like Josh. Some fancy words.
Fancy schmancy. And then he'll end up giving you a Pyrex hat and call that his gift. Horse shit. But no, this is you. This is for you. This is for Craig, who's all upset because he needed Gags to do this,
Yeah.
and he needs other people to do things for him to get into the playoffs.
Right.
Which I understand, but that you're just rooting to make it. But you 3 weeks ago, you were in the kitchen of love sulking because your team sucked. You were 1-6, right? Is that what it was?
I don't know if he was ever that low.
Okay. Well, he was 1-4, I think.
Yeah, he definitely started 1-4.
Okay. But but now you're getting your hope back up, saying that you might be able to do it, get in.
Everybody gets that.
Right, but at the same time, you also understand the fact that, dude, it's your team. You make the best of your team.
Yeah.
You get to the playoffs. You earn it. You shouldn't have to hope for everybody else. I've been there where it sucks.
Yeah.
I have finished right outside the bubble with 6-7 myself
Right.
because somebody didn't do anything right. But I wasn't like, you fucker, you suck.
Did they give up on the season?
I don't know. It's that far back.
Okay.
They probably didn't give up on the season because they were the ones that made the playoffs.
Gotcha.
But what I'm saying is, you can hate me all you want. I'm just doing what's best for my team.
Haters gonna hate.
Haters gonna hate. I want that freaking trophy.
Yeah.
I need a trophy. I haven't had that trophy in a while. You gotta understand, I'm deadly, man. I got 2 championships. I haven't had a championship over a decade.
I know.
I lost last year. I lost to you years ago.
Years ago.
I lost to somebody else. Bean. I lost to Bean as well. I've lost to you, Bean, and Gags. And it's funny because I don't even know who I beat.
It's funny.
I think.
You have to go back and find
it's
out.
just like poker. You remember the ones that you lost. You don't
Yeah.
remember the wins.
Yeah.
But for that respect, I'm doing whatever I can, man. I don't care. Integrity, schmegrity, respect. All these people that do these. Do you think the Patriots care when they pick up freaking Corey Dillon or who they pick off? LeGarrette Blount?
Yeah.
They went to the trophy championship. They got that trophy. Do you think they care what the league thinks about them? No.
Nope.
And I'm not even saying I'm going to win the championship because I still don't think my team's the strongest. I'm just thinking it's a crapshoot, people, and I'm doing what I got to do.
All right. You've made your case.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, for all those people that are mad at me but also need me. So, without further ado, and this is also in honor of the day, November 17th, you'll figure out what I mean.
As everyone warned me that prison would be an inhumane environment. It is. But I find it refreshing. The perfect microcosm of the animal world when an animal wants something, when it needs something. Other things need to be stepped on. You want me on the outside, so I step on every piece of shit I see. That way nobody gets strong and we city's yours for the taking. Something like that. Yeah. So if you can do that, if you can get me out, why not just do it yourself? Because I played the long game, Mr. Castle. You see, when I'm finally let out of this cage, it won't be to wage war, it will be to win one.
Okay. I mean, I think it speaks for itself.
I think it does. I
So
think it
you've
does.
broken out and you're just trying to win one.
Actually, it's the reverse.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about Craig.
Okay.
Telling he wants people to stomp everybody else out, playing the long game, the playoffs for him to
Gotcha.
get in
To get
to
in.
win
Yeah.
the war.
Right.
This is Craig. I'm the Punisher.
Right.
Craig is whatever that character Vincent D'Onofrio plays that I can't for Kingpin.
Okay. He's trying to control everything else.
Which makes sense because you guys refer to him as the Wizard.
Yes.
I no longer refer to him as the Wizard. I will not refer to Craig as the Wizard. 'Cause I don't think Craig is that good as a fantasy football person.
He's saying he's lost his touch.
I think he has, and if he doesn't make the playoffs, this is 3 out of 4 years.
Reverse dynasty.
Reverse dynasty. So just saying.
All right.
So
Any final thoughts?
what on that trade?
Yeah.
No, but I will. Can I rewind and go back to unfinished business real quick?
Sure. Just pause for a minute.
Okay. Thing is just about unfinished business. Rewind. I don't know if you noticed it. Did you see that Carolina Panther game?
I saw the score, but I didn't watch it.
Well, I watched it. It meant me getting knocked out, so I watched it, and I rooted for McCaffrey. I rooted for those 2 touchdowns. And I'm going to say something here. The Panthers rolled the Dolphins. They rolled them.
Yeah.
Cam Newton is back. His shoulder is good. The defense is good. McCaffrey's the man. Funchess showed up, and these other receivers, Samuels got hurt for the year, but Shepard might get better.
Do you think
And
that
Olsen's
guy-
coming back.
That's true.
What I'm trying to say is, it's the Miami Dolphins. It's a lowly team, right?
Right.
Carolina Panthers rolled them. They compete against tougher opponents as well.
I know where you're going with
My
this.
team that I root for is the Panthers now. I don't root for the Steelers.
Yeah.
They're the second. They're Team B. Basically, here's the difference between a championship contender and a pretender. When you play the shitty teams, you roll them. You win. The Steelers beat the Colts 20-17.
Barely.
Before that, they barely beat whoever else they played.
Right.
And here my point is, Steelers don't do that. This is one of the best offenses
right.
that you guys have, and you still do not win. You roll. You should roll.
You're absolutely
And
right.
what I'm trying to say, even tonight, I guarantee this is probably a game that they should crush the Tennessee Titans.
Right.
I think their records are almost close enough, but I don't think they're the same as far as levels go.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm going to tell you, if you're a Steeler fan,
I am.
yes, I don't care how much, you should just stop rooting for the Steelers right now, because it doesn't matter what the Steelers do, the Patriots will carve them up like a Thanksgiving turkey.
I can't say you're
In the
wrong.
playoffs,
I
no
can't
matter
say
what.
you're wrong.
So my point is, why root for a team that just can never win?
I'm gonna pull a Craig Kubica card right there, and I'm gonna say, I hope somebody else takes the Patriots out. It's happened before.
It has, and that's
Yeah.
the only way the Steelers can win.
I know.
So-
And isn't that sad?
It is sad.
Yeah.
Because any Patriot fan can be like, well, if we would have played in the playoffs, we would have lost. And
Everyone's
the
like,
Steelers can-
we don't believe the Steelers can beat the Patriots in the playoffs until it happens.
Right,
you know?
right. And
So-
Bill Belichick will not let it happen. Never let it happen.
Yeah.
Sorry, Brady's 40 years old, and he's still better than Ben.
He is.
And as far as running backs go, Burkhead, Lewis, and White together are all better than Bell. So, like I said, he's just a bunch of people that are together. They're all about themselves, and they're not going to pull together as a team to win.
Do you think the Panthers will make it back?
I think they have a really good shot. I think
They might.
the only team that could possibly beat them is the Eagles. And the thing,
Yeah, they look good.
But this is what I'll cite about the Eagles, because I know like Crick and
Got a lot of Eagles fans.
Crick and Beans ears perked up.
Yep.
Here's the thing: the Eagles are the Eagles. They just they're like the Washington Capitals of the
but
NHL.
they want to believe that this year they're not the Eagles.
Right, and that's the thing. They're gonna be in the playoffs, and something's gonna happen. They're gonna be the same old Eagles,
Yeah.
and the Panthers are gonna roll them. Go Panthers! Keep on pounding.
We shall see.
That's all I got.
All right. Any other trades this week?
No,
Check again.
really.
Check again.
Really? This is a live one? You checked?
This-
You did this already?
Check
Yeah.
it. Check it. I saved this just for right now.
What?
I want to do a live reaction.
Holy crap. Wow.
Hey, I gotta go big or go home.
Wow.
Hey, you started this, and I had to keep up. I have to keep up with the Detlings.
Oh, man. Brian. This is crazy.
I know.
These guys are yelling at me.
Hey, I'm just continuing what you and Gag started.
I'm impressed. I didn't think you had it in you. All right. Should I just read it off here?
Read it off.
Because this is live.
I
It's
just did this
9:15
about
minutes ago.
when you were getting your video up. I accepted the trade.
So Teresa sent this to you.
He did. We've been talking about it, but I said send it to me so I can do it live.
Wow. And I like to also point out this is the second trade between you guys,
Just like you and Gags.
just like Gags and I. All right. So Teresa traded to Brian, Sammy Watkins, Ezekiel Elliott. I don't know who that guy is.
I don't either.
You do? I don't. Okay.
There's some filler.
A. Robinson,
There's some filler in there.
Robbie Gold, and Alex Smith. And that's what Teresa traded. Brian traded Brian McManus, Ben Roethlisberger, Duke Johnson Jr., Jeremy Maclin, and your coveted pick Deshaun Watson.
Yeah,
Your 20th round keeper.
I know.
Wow. All right. Well, first, tell me what was behind this trade.
Well, I shopped Deshaun Watson around to everybody that would listen. I got a lot of quick replies from a lot of players that said, Craig Bissick just said, fuck no.
Wow.
I won't say, I mean, I don't care.
I respect that. That's
Yeah.
funny.
I don't know. I won't say what I offered him, but he just said F no. I basically anybody with a losing record, I offered Deshaun Watson, and they all turned me down except for Bigler. But the only guy I wanted from Bigler was probably Michael Thomas, and I know that he's his keeper, so he wouldn't have given him up.
I would not have given him up either.
No. So, and I didn't want Jarvis Landry because I have Devontae Parker. So I went to Tree Sice and I said, you know what? He's one guy that might actually want a crack at this keeper. And it was really hard to give him up. But the only thing that saved me was like, you know what? If I make it to Tonto Bowl 15, I have a very good shot of winning.
Why? Because you have Elliott?
Exactly. Elliott will be back for week 16. He'll be rested and healthy.
And
Angry. And
hungry.
Very hungry. Unfortunately, he's playing Seattle that week, but
That doesn't matter.
I know. And I figure if I don't make it to Tonto Bowl, I'll just keep him around one.
Oh, okay.
So, and Trezise knew that. He's like, I would have kept him, but, he's getting unbelievable value for Deshaun Watson. 2 years at 19 and 18, that's incredible value. So,
Might not be the same person, though.
exactly. You don't know, but you saw what he did this year, and I was going to keep him, and I was really excited to keep him, but I figured if Delling and Gag's going to play this game, I've got to too. I've got to try to keep up. And I needed a better quarterback, so I'm thinking Alex Smith won one for Craig. He can win one for me.
Oh, I like it because he did win one for Craig, and we were all stupefied because of it. Well, I applaud your effort.
Thank you.
I mean, after all this
I know.
complaining
I know.
and stuff,
I know.
here you are, just boom, one hit to accept.
And you know what? I meant everything I said, but I also said, I'm not going to sulk and wallow about it. I'm going to do something about it.
All right, hey, I can respect that.
And I figured you would respect that.
I do. I mean, I'm not quite sure that the trade helped you.
I think Alex Smith is an upgrade. They're playing the Dolphins in Week 16
Okay.
in Kansas City. And I don't know who they're playing in Week 15, but Phillip Rivers isn't the quarterback he used to be. Big Ben is definitely a shadow of himself. And I couldn't even consider playing Cutler in the playoffs. So it's an upgrading quarterback and potentially, Week 16 stud.
All right, so you basically traded Deshaun Watson for Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah, but Alex Smith, is an upgrade.
Slightly.
Yeah, it's a slight upgrade. I think he has potential for 50 points over the Dolphins if I get there. But yeah, essentially I did, if you want to kind of boil it down, it's Ezekiel Elliott for Deshaun Watson.
All right, so let the record show, folks, that Brian is a hypocrite.
No, he said if you can't beat him, join him.
That's what Brian said.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, as far as judging the trade, that's a tough one. Actually,
It is.
I guess I would.
It's really tough.
Depending on your draft position, is what I would say with Ezekiel Elliott as far as you winning the trade.
Yeah.
But if there's not drafting not being drafting considered, I would say Teresa wins
Because of Watson at 20.
because of Watson at 20, no matter the draft position.
Right.
for next year. So it's close. You won this year. He won next year.
Exactly. I agree. I think he won. I think he definitely won next year because, Elliott was going to go first round anyway.
Yeah. So now this trade has happened. Maybe I should push accept on another trade.
Are you kidding me?
totally
Oh,
gonna do
man. You would have just blew my mind. You would have blew my mind.
Pause. Boom. No. But let the record show, since this is a thing, I still have Aaron Rodgers, people. If you're interested,
You've
coming
got
back
24
week-
hours.
Coming back week 15 and 16.
You've got 24 hours because the trade deadline, I believe, is tomorrow at midnight.
Yeah. Hey, Josh, don't you need a quarterback? I can't remember.
No, he's got Brady.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
Judd
Never mind.
doesn't. Jimmy doesn't. Jay does.
Jay needs a QB.
Yeah.
But Jay doesn't even, check his phone.
Yeah, so you could text him.
I'd have to, actually call him.
You have to call him or text him.
Yeah. So maybe. Who's Disco have? Matt Stafford.
Stafford. Yeah. He's kind of okay.
Yeah, he doesn't know he's going to be in the playoffs yet either, though. So.
Right.
But I might just keep Rodgers and put him in the playoffs myself.
And I also was happy to get Alex Smith.
Why?
If I play you,
Kelsey.
Kelsey. Exactly.
Good
They'll
point.
kind of cancel each other out.
Good point. You're a dirty man.
Yeah. All right. That's all I have to say about that.
All right. Hashtag respect.
Any messages on the machine there, Deli?
Oh, yeah. Totally forgot about the messages, Brian. There has been a blinking light, and I didn't know what it was. I thought somebody was messing with me. Here, let me check it out. Bling, bling. Messages. You have one.
Hey there, Tana's Demise. This is your commish for now. As part of the reason I'm calling is that you guys brought it up last week about my schedule for next year, and you might be right. I don't know, but you might be. So I would like to announce officially that I will not be commissioner next year. So I guess we just need to vote on which one of you guys is awesome enough to take my place. And not that that's a dig or anything. I'm serious. I don't want to leave our awesome community at Tano's Demise. I enjoy our league every year, so I guess I'll see how it goes the first couple months of school to see how my mind goes or works. So, because I definitely don't want to half-ass any participation with you guys. So, but yeah. I guess that'll be a decision for another day. But yes, we'll have to vote on who the new most enthusiastic of our league is, and we'll see who should be commish. I still think it should be Craig. He does all the work, guys. Seriously. I know some of you have your issues with him, but Craig, you do all the work, buddy. So I really don't see what the big deal is. But yes, that's about it. I'm looking, doing a little Chicken Little, seeing how my team will mess up this week to give the game to Mike. I'm hoping that's not the case, and I'm hoping I can win out the rest of the week or rest of the weeks. I don't see how that could happen since Jason and Craig are doing so well right now, points wise. But we'll see. I'd like to make the playoffs. But yeah, great season so far, guys. And it's been an honor to be your commish. So good luck this week. Talk to you soon.
I feel like you broke up with us.
I do feel like that, too. That actually felt like a breakup message. I feel like I need popcorn and a pint of ice cream.
Jimmy, we love having you as our commish, but I think I speak for both of us when I say we understand that why you would want to step down, given all the commitments that you're about to take on. So I hope that you stay in the league because it wouldn't be the same without you. But I understand you want to give it 100% if you're going to be in it. So I applaud your effort to stay in the league, see how it goes. And as for Craig, what do you think about that? I mean, he obviously does all the work. But that's part of the fun. Like, he does all the work, but he doesn't get any of the credit.
Well, he's the assistant commish to the commish.
That's right.
So
I would only allow him to be commissioner if he didn't get the title. Which is pretty much what he's doing now.
Right. No. Well,
in a way.
Yeah, no, we're very sad to lose you as the commissioner, Jimmy.
Yeah.
We feel that you are a fair voice
Yes.
and that you take everything into consideration.
Yeah.
And we don't believe that Craig would do that. As far as like, especially with the rules or the stuff that happened this year, mainly every time was with Craig in mind, and he lost every single one.
Yeah.
Even though I believe that he would have made it that he would have benefited somehow.
True.
So I don't know. You could say like maybe Craig would be like the Donald Trump of our league. And when he grows his hair out, he has that look sort of.
Right. And he would say, "Make Tonto Demise great again."
Right.
Like
Exactly.
They made the meme of you.
Exactly. So I mean, maybe we should be making a meme of Craig, especially if he was the commissioner.
True.
No, I don't. Well, as far as so, I understand the commitments that you'll have to make, and I understand why. And going into Pratt is a fantastic achievement.
Yeah.
But half-assing it would not be a fantastic achievement. Mm-hmm. And you are old enough to realize and know this. You're what, 40?
40.
40? Okay. So you would definitely not half-ass it. Obviously,
Yeah.
we understand that you will give it your best shot.
Yep.
And we expect nothing less of you. If you are not in the league, we expect progress reports from your brother.
But don't leave the league.
Yeah, don't leave the league. I'm sure you can take like 2 minutes out of your day.
Yeah.
Just plug a lineup in, make it good, make sure there's nobody injured or anything like that.
Exactly. You know,
Yeah.
make a few moves. You know, don't spend too much time on it because you'll be out of Pratt in 2 years. You know.
Right.
So
At least try 1 year.
there you go. And if you have to leave the league, we would only find you a placeholder. You know,
For 1 year?
a manager. Yeah, for 1 or 2 years,
Okay.
and have you come back whenever you're ready. But you're not going to leave.
No, you're not going to leave. And actually, I mean, as far as like commissioners being nominated, I believe Kevin Bean nominated you, Brian.
Yeah, I have no interest.
You have no interest.
No
Being
interest.
The commissioner.
No, I like being a manager, but I don't know. It seems like a lot of pressure.
You can be a lot of pressure. I know Tree Sites lasted 1 year.
Is that it? I felt like it was longer than
I
that.
thought it was 1 year. I came
Yeah.
back and he gave it back to me. So,
It's a lot of pressure. So,
without further ado, I'd like to throw my name in the ring.
come back.
Yeah, well, nothing. I mean, nothing's better than Craig and Detling together. I mean, it'd be it'd be a lot of arguing.
Yeah. And what are your qualifications? You'd have to send a resume in.
I don't have to send a resume in. It'd be like, bang, this many years as the commissioner.
I like what Jimmy said though. Like I like the idea of a vote. Maybe everybody who's interested in the job, because you can't just nominate somebody if they're not interested.
Right.
But everybody who wants to be in the running, put their name in the hat, and then just do a vote.
I mean, it could definitely work.
Yeah, it could work. It seems it'd be democratic.
Secret vote.
There's a secret ballot.
True.
Yeah, and I guess maybe we could even do it at the next draft.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, just officially, anoint them. Jimmy
Right.
could get the sword out and knight that new commissioner.
Maybe he could have another a beanie cap ready for him. Just
Yeah.
like a commish.
Yeah, there you go.
I have been wearing my hat a lot, by the way,
Sweet.
almost every day. And I'm really surprised that nobody has asked me what it means.
Really, nobody?
Yeah, nobody has even like looked at the hat and been like, "Oh, what is that?" I thought people would be like, "Wait, what?"
It's not something you're going to see any day.
Yeah, it's like one of a kind.
Yeah.
Nobody up in North knows this saying. So yeah. But yeah.
All right. Good call, Jimmy.
Yes, we appreciate the call.
This week's matchups. All right, Delling.
Really quick, Brian. Let's
Really
do this
quick,
week's
yeah.
matchups.
This is way past Noel's bedtime.
Yeah,
and
and
we're
Ryan's bedtime.
and we're actually at Delling's house.
Yeah, you got to drive home.
Yeah. So let's see
Appreciate
here.
you coming over, by the way.
No problem. Thanks for the meal.
You're welcome anytime. All right, the first matchup is none other than Space Antelope versus Bad Luck Bears.
And this is a good matchup because two playoff teams,
It is. It's going to be a good match.
playoff contenders. Jay's not in officially, but he's a contender.
And I'm just going to say I'm going to win. And it's going to be because of Travis Kelce.
Very well could be. Let me just look at Jay's lineup real quick.
It's going to be a squeaker for sure, though.
Yeah, I also think that it is going to be you just because, he's got Jamal Charles in there. I'm not really too crazy about that. Goff has been surprisingly good,
Yeah.
but I don't know if he's going to get it done against Minnesota.
True.
So, yeah, I think the fact that you added Shepard and Kelsey definitely makes you a little bit more intimidating. So, I'm going to give it to you.
All right, and real quick, I was just going to say, it was really weird. Tampa Bay defense earlier today, because I was looking at the matchup, probably nobody else did, they were projected as 0 points. I was like, what? That's got to be wrong. And apparently it was, because now it's like 9 point whatever.
Yeah, that is weird.
So, yeah, it was very weird. So, all right.
It's like, was the whole team hurt?
Yeah, I know, right? Or are they that bad?
Yeah.
They have -3.
Especially if they're playing Miami.
They are. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
All right.
We're going to get some information from the game here inadvertently. It's too late.
Are you looking at the score?
Well, no, I didn't look at the score. I just saw I know what some of the players did. All right.
Oh, okay.
So we got New Guys Mad Titans up against Gags to Riches. I know Jimmy definitely wants to win this, and I don't think Gags cares.
Gags cares.
I love you, Gags, but if you don't care. All right.
He cares.
He doesn't care.
He does.
If he cared, he wouldn't have traded. All right.
Bullshit. That means Tree Slice wouldn't have traded.
All right. I'm giving this to Jimmy. His team's better.
I'm giving this to Gags.
Oh, man.
Breeze is going to tee off on the Washington defense because they suck. And that's going to be the difference.
All right.
All right, this next matchup is Skelehor Isotopes and the friggin' Laser Sharks. I just realized we didn't do Fab, but that's all right. We don't have time.
Right, yeah.
Hey, guess what? The pickup of the week was Bigler, $113 for small ones.
true.
Okay, Fab is over.
Done.
Okay, we're gonna go. I'm gonna go with the friggin' Laser Sharks. Are gonna pull this one out, and it's gonna be because of Mike Evans.
And I think it's just because you want Craig to lose.
Well, I told you I didn't want him in the playoffs.
I know,
So, yes.
and I agree. I don't want to see him in the playoffs either. But in the reality fantasy world, I'm going to say that Craig wins this. He's got a 30-point margin. Yeah, and I think he's going to win.
That's all. It's just because he has a 30-point margin.
All right, next matchup, we got Possum Magic going up against the Shawshank Athletics. I know that I want to catch Josh, so I'm going to say that Tree Size is going to win on the strength of Russell Wilson going up against Atlanta. I think that Robert Woods comes back down to earth. Hopkins is not a legitimate receiver anymore. For those reasons, I think he's going to win, although he does have Jacksonville going against Cleveland. That's scary, but go Tree.
All right. And obviously, I'm going to pick Josh. Josh has a way better team. He's in first place. And Possum Magic just traded you all his players. So, and plus he has Corey Coleman as a wide receiver, and he's just got Duke Johnson Jr., so he's got 2 Cleveland Browns.
Ooh, yeah, good point.
It's a terrible thing. And you're going to say Russell Wilson, and then there's Tom Brady. So, clearly it's Josh. Clearly, because Tree Size has given up.
I disagree.
Mm-hmm. All right, this next matchup is none other than Disco versus the Mighty Midgets. And I'm going to go with Disco because he's got too much of a quality team to be this low. And I like his receivers. And I just saw a flash of the defense.
Yeah.
Score looks like it's good. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to watch it.
Same here.
So, but Stafford versus Chicago.
I'm going to give this to Disco as well on the strength of Stafford, his receivers who have underperformed, in my opinion, all year. I think he gets a win this week, and I think the Steelers are going to help him get there. So, Crick is officially out.
Ouch. Oh, man.
Now,
Okay.
the matchup of the week. I was waiting for you to say something.
Oh, I thought you were totally stealing that bit yourself.
No. All right.
Just wait till the end.
All right, Delling, who do we got?
We've got the matchup of the week being FC Bohorg versus Hillbillies on PCP.
All right, and I'm going to say that I take this one down. I think I'm going to put in Alex Smith. He's new to my team. Phillip Rivers going through concussion protocol. And I'm just really hoping to win this, because if I do win this, I think I lock up a bye.
I hope you don't lock up a bye. What do you got? I'm not going to ask you.
I'll be 9-2 after this if I win.
All right. Well, I need you to lose 2 games because I want to buy. So, whatever. I'm picking Justin. He's got AJ Green and Rex Burkhead, which I think is going to lead him in the playoffs. To be honest, I think Burkhead's a great guy on your roster. A little jealous about that. I don't want to talk about anything else. All right.
I just saw the score, but I'm not going to say anything.
All right. Go, Justin. Please. Although, I don't know if it helps me or not. Stupid playoffs of seeding.
Yeah.
Fudge. All right. Go, Justin. Screw
Yeah,
it.
it probably helps you more for him to win, because
We might have a chance to buy.
Right, because I've got one more win. Yeah.
Right. Zach. And I think you got way more points than I do because I got the lowest points. I like the top 4.
Yeah, which I'm sure Craig hates.
Yeah, I'm sure he definitely hates it.
All right, Detling, those are the matchups. My final thought of the week is I want everybody who is in the Johnstown area to come out to Rizzo's/Justin's house on Wednesday night for the podcast, the annual podcast. It's always a good time. So I don't know if Crick's going to be in town or
That's true.
It'd be great to see Disco and Bean, everybody. Tree. I don't know if you're going to be around, Tree, for the holidays.
Oh, yeah, good point.
But it would be great to see anybody who's within striking distance. Great movie.
Great movie. Pittsburgh all the way. I agree. Sure, everybody coming out. I didn't know it was going to be Justice's house or
I
Rizzo's.
think he said he's going to do it at his house.
Okay, well, probably be better.
But we could probably meet up at Rizzo's and then head over.
Yeah, we could do that. I know Bean's probably going to want to get loaded on the Iron Eagle bourbon or whatever it is that he drinks and talk about it for 20 minutes or less. Yeah, so final thoughts, go do that. Have fun with us. And this is breaking news. Brian Volsko has said if he wins the championship, he will eat a spoonful of cinnamon at next year's draft.
I would do that.
Would you?
Yeah, I would do that. It doesn't sound that bad.
Have you not seen videos of people eating spoonfuls?
I have not. Is this a thing?
It's a thing.
I just agreed to something that is something bad, I
Yes,
guess.
you would. I don't think you'd make it through the draft.
Really?
If you did.
What happens?
It's like body's impossible to eat like a tablespoon or whatever, or how much it is, a spoonful of cinnamon. You cough it up, like it comes flying back out, and just your eyes get watery. And
I'm glad you're telling me this now.
I could have totally been a dick.
Oh yeah, I would have been spoonful of cinnamon. Yeah, I love cinnamon.
I know. Well, yeah, that's what you think, everybody. But your body just doesn't. It's unable to do it. It's like almost like drinking like a gallon of milk. Your body can't do that either.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just physically just can't handle it.
Right. So, but yeah, that's my thoughts, Brian, and hopefully everybody does well.
Yeah, and good luck to everybody, but most of all,
Us.
Yeah. You ready, Deli?
Always ready, Brian.
Good.